Back to Everyday Iowa. It is May 1st, which means all the trimmings that come along with warm weather. And welcome in Kate Seneff, correct?
Yes.
Brand new at the gig. She's in charge of everything Amana. Standing next to her, Elise Heitman. How are you, Elise?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome on into them as we get ready to welcome everybody to Maifest 20 and 25. Thank you guys for being here. Kate, I'm going to start with you since you were the one that's tasked with promoting everything Amana.
Yes.
What is Maifest?
Maifest is the German celebration of spring, so it's something that we do in Amana every year in May, and we have our Maipole dancers to do that traditional dance, which is the Maipole dance, and if you can go to Amana, you can see all the Maipoles lining the streets. Yeah, it's just a fun, festive time.
Now, to be the one that's in charge of, marketing the Amanas, did you have to pass a Maipole dancing test, and can you eat pickled ham and stuff like that?
They probably should have made me do that, but no.
Don't tell them that. They might rescind the offer. But now, what is it for somebody who's never been? What kind of things are they going to see and experience this weekend?
Yeah, so everything in Amana, it looks like you're in the 1800s because that's when the Germans moved to Amana where they were living communally. And everything has been preserved, and there will be a bunch of Maipoles lining the streets, like I said. There's just going to be a lot of people, a lot of food, a lot of drinks, a lot of music, so it's just
sunshine, a lot of fun.
Hopefully, we're hoping for it.
Well,
but
Elise, now you're dressed in the traditional garb. Kind of describe what you got on from top to bottom here, starting with the flower crown up there.
Sure, absolutely. So starting with the flower crown, the Maipole dancers have been in the Amana Colonies since the 80s, so almost 40 years is kind of what we're at. They originally picked the yellow and the red, kind of yellow as a celebration of spring. It's a very bright color that's kind of welcoming, and then the red for traditional German geraniums. And so we all wear these, everybody who dances in the Maipole. We've each got one that kind of matches a little bit, and then
you get to make your own? Is that how that works?
You don't get to make your own.
It's
Although
given you.
I was going to say, yes, it's given to you, but we are right at the cusp. We don't have any extras, so we might have to bring that in and make some more.
And then the rest of the garb here is also tradition.
It is a tradition, yes. And so a dirndl is Bavarian garb, which not everybody in the Amana Colonies was from Bavaria. It came from kind of all over Germany, but as a spring tradition, this is sort of that traditional outfit that kind of goes with the Maipole dancing. It is just, it's a blouse, dirndl, and apron. The tradition for the bow is that if you're married, it's on the right. If you're not married, it's on the left. And
repeat that again to all the single guys watching, just to make sure they got that down.
If you're married, it's on the right. And so on the left, if it's on the left, that means you're not married. And so that is kind of the tradition. We do follow that. I don't know that everybody does, but most of us, we kind of talk about it when we get dressed and get all fancy.
I never knew that. That would have saved a lot of time back in the early 2000s.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the deal. If you come down to the Amanas, these Maipoles are just going to come out in the middle of the road and stop, and you guys, just at a moment's notice, it just might randomly break out, right?
Yes. Well, kind of. We do have a schedule. We follow a schedule that is in our Maifest brochure, which you can find online, and then also in print at most of the businesses, especially the visitor center and out at the fest hall where everything is going on. If it happens to rain, which so far it's not supposed to, we will be at the fest hall for all of the performances.
Funny you should mention that. All right, just because we were prepared, we actually have the Maifest forecast. Kate, would you do the honors?
Would
you take a look at it for us?
It's going to be partly cloudy with 66 degrees. Going to be a beautiful day for a parade, dancers and musicians, and the Wine and Beer Walk, which is on Sunday.
Let's talk about, so now we know it's a Saturday and Sunday event. The Wine and Beer Walk, tell me a little bit about that and about the parade as well, too.
Yes, so the parade is at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Our Grand Marshal will be the Amana Fire Department, with the theme being Spring into Action, so that's why we have them as our Grand Marshal, just honoring our local heroes. And it will be happening rain or shine, so the forecast doesn't really matter in that case.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the Wine and Beer Walk is on Sunday. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and we have 5 local wineries and a brewery participating in that. So you can go to any of the participating locations and you get your passport, which has each 5 on there. And then once you go to the businesses, you can try them samples, and they will check off your passport. And at the end of that, you go to the visitor center to turn it in for a chance to get a Maifest logo glass, or and be entered into a raffle to win one of 5 $25 gift certificates at one of those participating businesses.
Now, when you come down to the Amanas for Oktoberfest, everything's kind of like located in the Fest Hall barn. Is that sort of the thing with Maifest, or is it just kind of spread throughout?
So all the businesses in Amana will have their own things going on,
Okay.
like activities and whatnot, but our grounds will be the Fest Hall and the Visitor Center area, yes.
Gotcha. And Elise, for somebody who's never been, convince them in the next 30 seconds why they need to at least come down and spend part of Saturday or Sunday with you guys.
Oh, absolutely. So if you've never been to Germany, and if you've never been to Amana for Maifest specifically, you won't see the my pole dancers. This is the only time that we perform. So specifically, I think you should come for us. But there is also a lot of entertainment, a lot of unique things. So the food truck fair that happens at the Festhala also has, this is my personal part in this is that I work for the Heritage Museum. We sell potato pancakes once a year, and that is at the Festhala at Maifest. And it really is kind of a great way to welcome spring in. It's a great way to kind of get your spirits up in hopes of warmer weather.
There you go. Well, thank you guys for being here this morning. All the fun starts what time tomorrow? Or on Saturday, excuse me. What time on Saturday?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. There's going to be rehearsals tomorrow. That's how I got confused and everything. All the details are to learn about this event and so many more. It's just beginning down there in the Amana Colonies. We'll put a link to all their information on our website at kcrg.com. Thank you guys for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Don't you go anywhere. Don't you go anywhere when we come back.